Wow, look at that crazy action.
What? Oh, that is crazy.
Bro, did
I
you
thought you
catch
were
that big
joking.
move right there?
I thought you were joking, and then I was like, am I lagged out? And then I went and looked over at my time, and sure enough, it was already 30. It was on the dot. That was the most dead open I've ever seen. That's funny. What is that? 750? Oh yeah, you got a little volume level there. I forgot that today was a holiday. All right. Well, yeah, that was very
Made $40 off the bottom.
nice. Yeah, I traded down to the bottom.
I kept worried it was gonna stop because like there was so much sell pressure and the price was moving so slow.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm not. And that's the kind of stuff I'm like, oh, it's about to turn around, and then.
Mm-hmm.
So I just waited. I'm doing really good. I think I'm feeling real patient, boss.
Good. Good. Just
What I tell myself is like, that's the old me trading, bro. Don't do that, and then I don't do it.
yeah.
And it's been working out. I last week I did one of those where I was like, I took one a trade where I was like impatient, I guess. I don't know. And $600.
But you lost
Didn't get
600?
out. Stuck to my bias. Was like, it's gonna turn around. And then that's the one time I've done that. And I haven't done it any other times. And that's the only time I lost more than like $20.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of told me something like, hey, bro, see?
Yeah.
I'm on trading day 6, I think.
Just slow and
And I'm
steady, huh?
almost certain that I've never lost that much and then continued being able to trade. Like you said,
Right.
staying in the game. So I've already made most of it back. I'm still in drawdown because I was up. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day already. I took I took some Orions last night.
Nice, nice.
I took
Yeah,
a couple of those.
I know. I looked at the chat this morning. I was like, man, these guys were up all night.
Couldn't sleep. Made myself go to sleep. Also, boss, I told myself I was gonna get up and walk this morning. So I'm trying. Today's day one of me getting back to it. I got up, feet hit the ground. I went out the door and took a 30-minute walk.
Oh, nice. Dude, I'm telling you
So
that you keep on doing that, you will thank yourself. You already know because you did it before. You know, you feel good when you do
yeah,
that. I know
yeah.
it takes energy to go exercise, but it to me it feels like it gives me more energy. The more I exercise, more energy I got.
Right now, it was probably about 6:30 in the morning. Took a shower, woke the kids up, had some tea.
Nice. You're all in there sipping tea. Setting
Sipping tea,
aside
bro,
cash.
making money.
Love it. Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning. Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
There we are.
Hey,
Where's the roll call? I probably missed it
I
most of
was,
these times. But
I
good
was
morning.
surprised we had so many Titans last night.
Yeah, we did, huh?
I'm like, geez,
You know what
I ain't think we
It
this
was.
morning.
Yeah, especially with the filters too. So I was
Yeah,
actually thinking about that too, and I think maybe because the filters have to do with volume, and since maybe volume's a little lower, maybe it's easier for them to trigger. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but
I
I
was
saw
like, what
that
the heck?
too.
I know we got news and stuff. So, I mean, or not news, but it was holiday, so I'm like, I don't know why we got so much
Yeah,
volume.
yeah, yeah. Well, this has been a very uneventful morning so far.
Glad I
Man,
traded
how do you-
last night. There ain't nothing happening right now.
Yeah.
Good morning. I
Yeah,
have a
I'm
question, Ken.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so I installed the Orion, and but I had forgotten to take off the Titan. So
Mhm.
I took it off and then I put it back on. But I was gonna ask, can I use like one strategy and just use the other one for confluence?
Oh yeah, you can. You could definitely do that. Again, you know what I'm gonna say, or maybe you know what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying though.
I know, pick one strategy. Yes.
Well, in that, but just look at so if that's basically your new strategy, you know. So yes, you got it. Basically, from this point forward, if that's the strategy you're going to use, you know, which means just keep it super super simple, you know. And I can make a little checklist like I showed you guys on Friday. You know, if you want to send me the details, like this is what I'm going to be doing, then you could send that to me, and I will look over it, and I could send you a little checklist, you know, just something simple like I'm looking for Titan trades only when they are blank, you know, I'm going to risk this much, and I can make a little checklist for you too.
So I have a second part to that question.
All right.
So I know that, for example, like on the settings, for example, if I put on Orion that I want, I don't know, $50 or whatever.
Mhm.
But then the Titan is under, but you know, I had like, I don't know, $40 on that. How is it going to know which one to go with? Or do I need to just go ahead and set both of them at the same so that it doesn't mess anything up?
So let me think about this. So you mean basically like if you have two different because you'll put both of them on the chart, right? And one of them's gonna, you know, tell you when to enter, and the other one's gonna tell you where to enter, and then they're both gonna tell you, you know, the contract size to use, right?
Yes.
And so tell me your question again.
The risk amount. Like, for example, if I'm going to risk, like if I put in the settings on the Orion that I'm going to do $50, obviously I have to put the same thing in the Titan so that it doesn't throw it off, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. They don't talk to each other or anything like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I was just wondering because on the calculations and stuff like that, that's what I
Yeah.
was wondering about.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what it'll do, and I'll tell you something else. Titan, I've got the Titan really dialed in. Like I've got fees built in to the Titan and stuff. So with Orion, I don't have the fees built into that. So it's more like a,
Got it.
you know, it's like it's the right tick value and point value, but it doesn't have the fees built in yet. So I'll probably do that later.
Okay.
So, you know, so just, you know, if it's a little above or a little below or something like that, you'll notice that, but it's
I
not
mean, as
gonna
long as it's a win, that's all that matters.
yeah.
The end result. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
MYM just
Ken,
had
can you hear me,
a
Ken?
Ryan winner on the 1 minute.
Oh, nice.
Ken, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, hello, mate. I haven't spoken to you for about 3 or 4 years, mate. I was a member from way back when it
Yeah.
was the old lightning bolt. Remember that stuff?
Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, man. I want to get back on board, mate. What's the latest? Is this the latest thing, Titan? Is this what you're showcasing on Facebook?
Yeah, so it's basically you got Titan, which, you know, you've got Titan. I know this looks like a lot here on the screen, but the Titan does this. It gives you the entry, the stop loss TP. I've got other things that you're seeing on Facebook that is like the market analyzer, the Orion, which is brand new. So yeah, everything you see on basically anything I'm talking about on Facebook right now is part of the same mentorship program.
Yeah.
So
Okay, mate. Cool. And what's the current? I see. Is it $300 or pounds a month? Is that right at the moment?
correct.
All right. You don't have like a one-time fee anymore?
No, I've gone back and forth. So I did the one time, and then I did the monthly, and then I said, all right, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do just one time, and I'm not doing that anymore because see, I create too much new stuff, and every time I create something new, somebody from 2 years ago that bought something totally different, they're like, wait, I want this one for
Yeah,
free,
yeah.
you know, and so
I get it.
it just doesn't it actually makes it where I didn't want to create new stuff because every time I created new stuff, people were like, what about me? What about me? You know, and then I was
Yeah.
just like, all right, you know what? We'll set it up the way it was in the first place. And this actually encourages me to build more and create more, you know? So it works
Fair
out
enough, mate.
perfect.
All right, that's cool. I'll have to take a rain check on it just at the minute with the cost, but I'll keep an eye on it, mate, anyway.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know if you need anything.
Nice one. Nice one. Cheers, Ken. Nice to talk to you, mate.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Why is the time zone so crazy on Orion?
I don't know what you guys meant by the time
Oh,
zone.
You have to set that
It's
yourself.
like okay, so it says I took a trade at like 3:30 in the morning, but it was only like 8 o'clock.
You set
Yeah,
the
it's
wrong
just using
setting in
UTC
TradingView.
0.
Look, you
In
guys.
TradingView?
Look, you guys. Let's save this conversation for the webinar, okay? Because this is for trading right here. I don't want to do a bunch of troubleshooting on the indicator right now. This is not the right time for that. We'll spend when we go and we actually record the webinar. I can answer questions and we can brainstorm and we can say, let's do this, let's do that. What about this? What about that? We'll do that while it's being recorded on our mentorship webinar. Let's just trade right now. All right.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, nothing's changed here. I'm over here. I'm trying to make some money. I'm trying to get some money right now, guys.
That part. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, well, MYM on the 0.5 RR already had it took 1 minute, but it had a winner
Nice.
on the Orion, so that was a pretty good start for that.
I know one thing. I'm gonna have to set up some new templates for my chart because we got some stuff. I like how you have your chart set up where I mean, you're doing it on you've got it running on all three, but you actually have all three charts up, so you don't have to switch between the two.
Yeah, and it's nice to go see like within each one the individual stats for each symbol as well as like the arm status.
Right.
And yeah, so I have and I got MNQ as the biggest one on the left, so I think I'm really liking it. I got the layout saved and everything, so
Yeah. Now that I've got everything set up the way I want, I'll probably take some time to do that today, and that way I've got a bunch of templates saved right here. Or I guess they call them layouts on TradingView, but that way I've got like I can switch here. Boom! I got this stuff there, got this stuff there, and that stuff there. This is like my normal layout that I've been running, and now I just need one simple layout that has a majority of the stuff. There's a Titan right here.
And then how do you like that 30-second 0.5 I found on MES?
Yeah, that's
Orion?
crazy.
That's a
That's
really
crazy.
crazy win rate.
I know, and not over 90%. Yeah, you cannot argue with that. I've got that saved as a template so I can go back and check it out from time to time too.
I think we're going down to 700. And of course, I was selling and I got out, but I made profit. But
Let's see. Yeah, I didn't mark up any levels. The next one that I've got is clear down here, and that was Friday's New York session. So we'll see. I saw some news. I don't know how valid anything is on the internet anymore, but I seen some news saying something about a bunch of liquidity being removed from the market, this and that, and that we should be expecting more down type movements. They're saying through April. If that's true, I don't know. It almost really doesn't matter too much for us because we're zoomed in on a 1 minute time frame, but that would be crazy. Let me see something here.
Grab another cup of coffee.
$2026 April. Yeah, so yes, I don't know. See, this is I can see what they're saying, but look, I remember I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but I remember talking about this last year because I don't care a lot for the conspiracies and things like that. And so when people start saying, "Oh, look at this, look at that," da, 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 I always go and I look for like seasonal patterns and stuff because everyone starts, there's always going to be a big reason, right? Like they're going to say, "Oh, the market's crashing because of this or because of that." And it's always something crazy. And this kind of goes back even to like COVID and stuff like that, which is weird in itself. Yeah, I know, but whatever. So around this time last year, look, this is 2025. Here we are in January making all-time highs, right? So just, y'all just remember this when you see the headlines and they start saying, it's the end of the world and all this kind of stuff. So just remember it's done this for 3 years in a row, and you go back test it yourself. Go to the monthly chart and look at the highs that are made leading up through January, December, stuff like that, and then it tanks off. And I remember that everyone on the internet was like, "Oh yeah, here it comes. I told you so. I told you so, blah blah blah." And then I said, watch if in April, if this thing turns around, because it had done the same thing before. And sure enough, in April and leading up into, the following months, it pulled back. So you see, I'm already seeing some news that says we're going to be bearish through April. Well, I mean, look, that is literally what happened last year. It dropped off and it was a big old drop, but you go and measure and it wasn't even like as much as like some of the other drops we had or whatever. So just know that this is more of a seasonal thing. Don't let the internet get to you guys and get you all fearful and stuff. See, that's what they do, is they'll make you scared while they take action, whoever they are, right? And so, but people just start following it. They just start regurgitating the news. Next thing you know, everyone's too afraid to do anything, when these are some of the best opportunities to be involved in the market, where, especially if you're looking at like, some of you guys may have, accounts like high leverage accounts, like, with MetaTrader 4, like, 0.01, right? Going in and buying and being able to hold onto the Dow Jones or the, US Tech, things like that. When it starts dropping down, if it starts doing this again, that's where I'm going to start looking to buy in. Because look, while everyone said, "Oh yeah, end of the world, blah blah blah," it's his fault, her fault, everyone's fault. It went down here, and while the end of the world was supposed to be happening, look at what's happened now. That's a 61% increase. That if you would have just been buying. Now imagine if you also would have been kind of like, what do they call it, dollar cost averaging or whatever. If you start buying it as it's dipping down, I mean, you're getting in at good average prices. You could make a lot of money on it, or you could be sharing stupid Facebook posts that say, it's the end and here it is and blah blah blah. And look, if it's the end, well, it was nice knowing you, but until it's the end, until the fat lady sings, it's not the end. Same story, different
If it's the
person
end,
every year.
yeah, if it's the end, it's the end, right? It
Yeah,
don't really matter.
yeah, you ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. If it's the end, it's the end.
Right. Okay, so that would be more for like, if you, like you said, if you're going to take a position, maybe like on Forex or US 30 or something at a really small lot size, and you had the
Right.
kind of capital in that account that you could hold it over, a long period of time, and you just set it, forget about it, and wait for it to do what you're thinking is going to do.
It's just it's a great time to look. Don't take all the advice from me, because it
I
could be the end. And so, first of all, just don't get scared by what everyone else says, because they're gonna point fingers at everyone, and there's probably gonna be some crisis that they're saying that it's because of this. It could be bombs, it could be war, it could be this, it could be that. But what's a coincidence that this happens over and over again? And and if you actually just look closely and pay a little attention, you kind of see that it is more of a seasonal pattern, that this thing just keeps happening over and over. And there's always some kind of a event that they're blaming it on, or multiple events. And so first of all, just don't let it affect your day-to-day show up and execute, right? You don't let it affect your mental game. And second, don't look at it like something that you got to get away from. Instead, look at it as an opportunity. All right, if the prices are low, that's where you'd want to get in. That's one of the ways where you can get a really strong position. You'd look back later and everyone would say, "How did you know?" And you say, well, it's just it was a lower price. It was at a discount. So instead of being scared, I went out and I put my money where my mouth was. I got in. And so,
Mhm.
you do it like that, and that's it. So
Hey,
I've
Ken.
got
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
I was just saying I've got my accounts ready for things like that. So I've done that. I've done that with Bitcoin. I've done that numerous times with S&P and US 30, all of them.
Yeah, yeah. I seen your post about Bitcoin. I think I thought that was pretty interesting. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My question was about the real quick, just on the market analyzer. You got to pick up that the CBOE though with the VIX, right? For that to work.
You may need to. Let me actually take a look here.
I added it. I mean, I went ahead and added it. It's only $4, so
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, there is a good chance that you would need to add that on. I don't know though, because you said you have yours. So see, like in a situation like right now, it actually wouldn't matter. The only time it's gonna matter, I think by default, the VIX is delayed by 5 minutes or 15 minutes. So as long as a trade doesn't trigger within the first 15 minutes of market open, then
Right.
then you really don't got to worry about it. So it's kind of one of those things where it may not matter, but I just don't know yet. So,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where only time is going to tell. So like here in this case, see, we haven't, it's been more than 15 minutes and we haven't
Mhm.
gotten a signal yet. So everyone's lines are ultimately going to settle in the same
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, but if you're looking at just the structure, I mean, you're looking at, I mean, it's still plotting our TP levels on
Yeah.
there, down to that, what's that, 68.37,
Yep.
and then on the high end, if it goes back up, I noticed that we're at the top end, that first TP is slightly above, I guess, the 200 moving average. So.
Uh,
Yeah, so I mean, if it goes back up there, it may hit the other one. If not, I think if we
right.
continue to the downside, we'll probably hit the 68.37.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know about today, man. This thing is moving super slow. I was really hoping for some
yeah,
more action. This is
yeah.
not
Well, it's a holiday.
Yeah, it is. It is a holiday.
And on your trading view, if you log in and go to your subscription, so if it says Chicago Mercantile Exchange Global and it's got like the dot, that means you're in, right?
Yes, yeah. It should show that that's like one of your active subscriptions. And also, if you just load up the VIX, it'll tell you if it's delayed or not in the top left corner. Let me show you. If you go right here, you see I got VIX right here. Oh, see, look, hold up. Is the VIX even gonna open? Let me see. I don't even know if the VIX is gonna be ticking or not. Look, this is today's the 16th. I don't see no incoming ticks. And it says right here, look, holiday. Holidays on market, lucky them. It'll be 17 hours. So the VIX might not even be updating today. So
Is it just VX or VX12 or which one is it?
it's I just type in VIX and then I just make sure to choose this one right here. CBO volatility, the one directly from CBO.
Yeah, but there's CBO volatility index, and then there's like VX, VX12, VX10, VX9, 13, 8.
Do you see the one that's on my screen right here? This one that's got the little
Uh,
green.
Yeah, the little green. Yeah, I mean, that's weird because mine is
Let me try to
different.
let me type it. Let me retype it. VIX. Huh. Do you have it on all, or did you select funds,
Oh,
futures?
I'm under futures.
Go to all.
All. Okay.
Now,
Okay, now I see exactly
yeah,
what yours
because
is.
there are some VIX ETFs or whatever thing that people have created these little tradable VIX things, you know what I mean? And so not people,
That's
but companies
that's
or
weird.
whatever.
Mine has the D for delayed, and I have like the second from the top subscription. Maybe because it says delayed holiday and then it says holiday. That's why.
Well, also,
Yeah, I don't think the VIX is moving. Yeah.
no, it's not. I'm not seeing no ticks moving right now. So, and it actually says holiday. But let me make sure we're clear, Matt. So the VIX, it's not included in a regular trading view, regardless of the program you have.
That's right.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
actually add the data on. Just to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure. Okay.
yeah. I think so. Would you have to go to your add-ons then?
Yeah. So, and they
No.
changed that around recently. So let me look. I'm gonna do it, but nobody look real quick because I don't want you guys to see my personal information. Hold on. Okay. All right. Maybe we go under to subscriptions. All right. Yeah, there we go. We're fine.
Looks like we're approaching a short here on NNQ from the Orion.
Yeah, subscriptions. I got the same as you.
I bought the wrong one. This was the wrong one right here. I accidentally bought this one. I canceled it. So this is the one right here. It's the indices global feed.
Oh, because when I do that on, it's weird when I do that from my. Oh, I'm looking at Tradovate account, not Trading View.
I see that trade you're talking about, by the way, Michael. I like that idea. Things shifted down. I had that. Where's my freaking chart at? See, earlier it was up here, and I was like, "Ooh, it's perfect." But now it has moved down to what, 8? What is it? Is it 807?
Entry at 807. Yeah, stop loss like 834.
I take a stab at it because I would take a stab at it because we got VWAP and everything right there. We got VWAP we got VWAP and everything. The POC has shifted down on NASDAQ below us, and the POC is up at 865 on MNQ. So that's a little weird, but it doesn't look bad trading at 807. I don't think it looks bad. 807.25. Is that the right price? Am I talking about the right price?
Yeah. Yep, going short at 807.25.
Which one is it? I got too many things going on here. Okay, yeah. I see it. Yeah, see, I think that looks good.
Yeah, on Tradovate, when I log in, it says market data CME bundle, and then it's like included. I think that's because it's reading it from my Trading View account.
I was able to. I don't know. I was able to buy mine for $4.30, is what it says there.
Well, mine says $12. CME bundle level 1 top of book.
See if you can find the.
But I didn't pay that.
Huh?
I paid $4 on TradingView to add it to what I already had.
You have a basic account?
I do the $16 account, whatever a month.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do the premium or the other one. I just
I'll wait till tomorrow, the holiday. I'm pretty sure I got it.
Yeah, you probably do. If it, you probably do. If you've got that bundle, then you should be good. You'll know for sure tomorrow because it'll show up in the corner. This is the chart I want. This thing keeps getting zoomed out.
Yeah, this is really slow moving today.
Yeah, I know. I might just wait to see if it inches up towards that 807 area. I almost want to just try to buy it up there now, but we got volume. What that is for. Yeah, and that's another thing. I didn't have time to look at order flow this weekend or this morning. Kind of find like key little areas. But I didn't see much anyway, so I think it's probably because of the holiday.
I have us right at the daily session value area low. You'll see it 862.
Let's see here. On MNQ?
Yeah, for the day.
Hey Ken, are you able to do the levels for YM or MYM, like you know how you send them out for the others?
I can try, but last time I did it, the format that CME puts the data in, for some reason, it doesn't come across right. The numbers, the digits are weird, so I wasn't able to get it for YM.
Okay.
The data's available, but the format in which they do it doesn't, it doesn't work, because I had to build a system to pull that data off the website and parse everything, because it's a lot of data, and it's just a format that they put it in. Now with the AI, I might be able to go and have AI look at it and see if I can somehow make it format it.
Okay.
I'll check it out. You like trading YM?
Yeah, I mean, seems like, I don't know. I guess after the market settles down in the morning, it just seems like it seems like it's just smoother. It's clearer. I don't know. Yeah.
I get what you mean. I thought about doing YM for a while, because I mean, like I try to I like to keep things simple. And so, when you think about, well, what does simple mean? I got, when you're looking at the, S&P 500, you have 500 different stocks that affect the direction, right? And then even with NASDAQ, that's 100 stocks that you got to focus on. And even with that, you've got, a handful of them that are... Hold on. I gotta go hit the mute. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed. God, can you hear
disconnected
yourself? I think we disconnected at the same time. That was so loud.
No, oh yeah.
Yeah, as well.
Okay, I forgot what I was saying. My brain just got smashed into 1,000 pieces.
We were talking about YM, and you were talking about the number of stocks in the indices.
Yeah, just the simple, what I'm saying, like, or do you want to track a lot or do you want to track a little, and so I thought about that too. At one point, I just never made the big change to go over there. So I'll check it out, though. If I can get the levels for it, I mean, I've got it really, really simplified now. So if I can do it, I'm happy to do it.
Oh yeah.
All right, what do we got? 97 whole points. The market has paused. Well, do anybody have any plans for this President's Day? Guess gonna go do President's Day things.
Man, watch your videos in the back office and really get a good understanding of these indicators, man. And yeah, so we can be prepared for tomorrow or this afternoon or this evening.
Nice, love it.
Yeah,
same here. Same here. More videos, more homework.
Yeah, back touch a little bit. Yeah.
I watched that thing maybe 4 or 5 times last night. Played with those charts. I was in pig heaven.
That's funny. I know. I seen you guys were up last night. I was like, man, these guys are not going to sleep.
Well, those they give you something to play with other than trading. Yeah. Once you've got it all done, there's nothing left to do. I think it really will have people convinced if they trade and they've already done those numbers and
Stick to the
gotten the
plan.
best
Mhm.
they're going to be like, I can't. What would be the point of doing? I already did all the playing around.
Mhm.
It's like a fidget tool.
Right. And with that being said, I'd highly recommend anyone that can show up for the mentorship webinar. I've got some things to say on there, some framework that we've got to make sure. And I gave you guys a little example this morning. I was quick to go in there on that, but it's we need to make sure that we set some very clear framework, because we've done this before. Like I said, I've done this exact thing before, and so I know exactly what signs to look for where somebody might start, like you said, the fidgeting. It can, that's fun and it's good and it's great, but we got to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So, but I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for the webinar because I want to get it recorded. It's something that people may need to revisit from time to time just to make sure that they're doing, that we want to make progress. That's the main thing. You know what I mean? And just to sum it up, you'll this is like a crutch. It's like a crutch, something that can help instill some confidence. Just the whole reason it's there is just to give you confidence long enough so that you can stick to it, right? If you can see the numbers there and you know that all you have to do is execute, then you'll stick to the strategy, I would assume. I don't know how else, any other way to make it. But where I've seen people go wrong in the past is that they have, even though they said, all right, I like this plan, it looks great, this is good, I'm going to follow it, and, it says that this is going to work. As soon as even though they saw it, they'll go and they'll start taking trades. The first time they hit a little rough patch, they reconfigure, they go tinker, whatever, or fidget, right? They go and recalculate all of the settings again. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like that. I got to change everything up, and that is no different. You see how it's actually very sneaky and very dangerous, because before you know it, you've got the same strategy, but you're creating multiple strategies of that strategy. And that is no different than changing a strategy. And so you've got to make sure you set up your settings, put them the way you like them, and then lock them into place, and then just go with it just like that. I left the settings available for people to create kind of what they want, and I obviously wouldn't want to have to take that ability away, but I want to see people make progress, and I've said before in the past, I can't sell confidence. I could give you a strategy or a system, right? You can buy a strategy or a system. I can sell it, but I can't sell confidence. That's built over time, and so this is just my attempt to try to instill a little bit of confidence early on to make people stick to it, so that then they can actually have pure, see, this is like artificial confidence, if you will, and it's artificial confidence. And what you'll build over time, with consistent action and discipline, is the real pure confidence. So we'll go over it all. I already have a speech planned out for everybody. I'm up $112 on each account. What should I do? Should I keep trying? Are we gonna pop up to 807 and give 25 points or not? What's the stop on there?
I'm waiting for that 807.
Yeah,
I'm patiently. That's all I got my eyes on.
this is 27 points. What have we done up here anyways? So what did we do last night? We came in here, we did this, we did that. We went above the highs. Yeah. Should I go wake up all my kids just for fun? Yeah, if I can't sleep in, you can't sleep in. I know they were up late last night. I was walking around. I woke up. It had been 2 o'clock. I don't know. I woke up 2 in the morning, and I was just laying there. I could not go back to sleep. So I was walking around the house, checking on everybody. Had a couple of them awake. All right, POC just shifted finally for the first. Let me see. Yeah, for the first time. POC just shifted on MNQ, I should say. It's shifted a few times on NASDAQ on the mini version. On NQ, it shifted. Most of the volume, like essentially the POC for the day, is kind of concentrated between like 760 and 780 ish. And then POC is now at 770 on MNQ. So that just lets us know that we have more cumulatively, we have more volume at this price level than we have at any other price level for this day. At 2K contracts.
Good morning, Ken. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something right quick. I was putting my numbers inside the levels, and I see where you have NQ. The first set of numbers, do that go in a buyer space or do that go in a selling space? Like the
Yeah.
numbers on the top?
Yeah, I'll show you right quick. So basically, let's see here. I thought that was gonna split screen for me. Where did Discord go? Okay, so you'll go in here, you grab the daily levels every day, like this, and
Yep.
so yeah, you got the top and you got the bottom right there, and so yeah, just to keep it super simple, that's exactly right. So you'll actually copy directly into the same space, the same order. So you'll grab your first levels here and put them right here, bam, 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 boom, they go in there, and then so you'll actually just follow the list straight down. So then this goes there. And then you can, if you want to add it to your other ones too, you got ES, so you'd add those right there. Buyer levels are the top, and then seller levels are the bottom. Boom. And you could go through and, so I literally, I list them in the exact same order as the indicator is, right? And so, yeah, you're correct. The top level goes into buyers, bottom level goes into sellers, and then you just press OK. And then it'll pop them on your chart.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I just didn't want to cross the numbers. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's it. I'll tell you something. If you did mess them up somehow, it wouldn't make a big difference. The only difference it would make is the label color, right? Like, because these are green and those are red to represent buyers or sellers. Like you could actually even, I think you could even mess up and put these here and it'd still, let's see. I think it'll still work. Okay, it will not work. It won't work if you put them in there, but yeah, so that's that.
Okay. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, those levels, man. You put those on there every day. You'll see some coincidental type of things where you're going to want to pay attention and be like, okay, something's definitely going on here. You'll see how price reacts to those levels. I like to use them as targets. It's my favorite thing to do. I actually don't like to trade off of them some people I know in the past, they've said, oh yeah, I really like to use those as support and resistance. I don't see that. I am personally, I don't see it that way. I get here. Okay, yeah, it bounced off of it. You know what I mean? That I get it, but it does not do that every single time. You
Right.
could also say if you would have used it as a target, that would have been a great idea, right? Because it went straight to that level. And a lot of times, nearby levels, when we open, like we opened here, these nearby levels are going to get hit, like oftentimes. So they're like magnets.
Right.
And I had a question along the same lines with the volume levels. You set it up for me that one time. So what numbers am I putting in for the high and then the low? Is it the daily high, daily low, or what exactly numbers am I picking to put in in the indicator?
So you'll have your volume levels. You'll have your volume levels. You know, there's this section right here in Discord called daily levels and more. And so in
Okay.
here every day I'll drop these levels at the, you know, sometime before the market opens. I'll put them in right here. And so these are the levels for NASDAQ. You have top and bottom levels. Then you have ES, top and bottom levels, GC, top and bottom levels. And so when you have your indicator, you have NQ top and bottom, you have ES top and bottom, you have GC top and bottom. So all you're doing is you're just taking these numbers right here and you're putting them right here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. And you have to do that every day because it doesn't make sense for me to I would have to literally update. I don't know how I would push these levels out in a different way.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much, Ken.
You're welcome.
Okay. Hot mics, YNMP. You're hot.
Yeah. I'm kicking everyone that's not muted.
Get some newbies that don't know the.
We're gonna have to get them. Papa Whiskey, I muted. I kicked you because I thought your mic was hot.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
Papa was here. I muted. I kicked you
Papa,
because
mute your mic, please.
We can hear the delayed echo.
He's whoever it is. They're probably like, "How do I mute this damn thing?" We're freaking everyone out. What did I do? There he goes. Playing around that level wants to go, but it's not touching it. I got 10 minutes for something to happen. After 10 minutes, I'm hopping off. It'll be 8:30 my time. So if what I'm looking for right now is for price to go up to 24,807, and it's about a 27 point setup for a short position. If it gets up there, perfect. Everything is there. I mean, there's a ton of stuff there. It's like we have our VWAP there, midpoint, Fridays value area. I mean, not value area. VWAP closing price, which we just jetted through earlier, before open. Just went through like it sliced through it like a hot knife in butter.
A knife through butter, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, sliced right through it. So it's just a whole little collection of volume things. MNQ, I mean, the micro version also looks very similar to that. Here, I'll just show y'all right fast what I'm looking at. So you see all this stuff right here. These are pretty much all volume things, right? It's all volume things right there. And so this is Friday's VWAP, and then we got the same thing right here on the mini version. So a lot of times these trades work out. It takes a while for them to set up. It's normally takes like oftentimes about an hour or so after the open. Price will move away from all things volume, and then it'll come back to it later. And so a lot of times price will just bink, bink, and it'll bounce right off of there. How it's setting this POC down below here and now here, I like that even better, because then if it does go up to there, it might come back down to this POC area. So and it could also just shoot straight through it, and we could lose, but hopefully that doesn't happen. That's what
We
I'm
got a
hoping
1
for.
minute Titan that just won.
Oh, nice. Oh, look at the volume coming in. Let me look at it. Oh, yeah, even with the filters and all. That's a good one.
Yep, I got that one.
Nice. Are you guys using the ghost labels, or do you get rid of them?
I use them.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I used the ghost label and I caught that one too.
Nice.
Awesome.
I like it. It gives you a little heads up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, the littlest things, huh?
Yeah, like because it gives me my I already know what kind of lot size to put in before.
You trade on your phone, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you find
You're a brave man.
do you find that you make mistakes doing that, or is it I mean, you've been doing it for I think you've been trading on your phone for as long as I've known you, so you're probably pretty good at it, huh? What kind of a phone?
Yeah.
I guess the real question we should be asking is, what kind of a phone do you have?
It's just the iPhone. It's just the 12.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, all right. Remember when they started getting rid of MetaTrader 4, and people, I don't know if they were serious or if it was a joke, but they were like, iPhone 14 with MetaTrader 4 installed, $5,000, things like that, because
Yeah.
you can no longer get MetaTrader 4 or
Yeah.
5.
That's why I always just kept it on my. I just kept the app downloaded because if you
Yeah.
delete it, you can't get it no more.
I thought that was hilarious though when they were like, iPhone 14, $2,500 preloaded with MetaTrader 4,
Yeah.
MetaTrader 5, and unlocked. And they were like, some of them looked pretty serious too. All right, what do we got? We got sellers on micro, buyers on mini, flat. I saw that.
Are we going to go back down to 24/7?
I don't know. I'm trying to put in some divergence right here between MNQ. Oh no, that says MNQ and NQ. Who's doing that low? It went away anyway. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna go. This thing's moving too slow for me. It looks kind of normal, but it's just so slow. This is 100 points. I guess down here at this low is where we'd really like be kind of like a decision point. Like, are we going to actually go down below there? Normally, I look at like this last candle here because somewhere in here you've got some buyers that would have had to start lifting up there. So if it's going to happen, I would assume it'd be in there, and I can see inside of there all the volume where it's at. A lot of volume up at the top, and a lot of volume at the bottom. So it's almost this whole candle. And then there's like almost nothing in the middle.
What do you people say about that?
Yes, this is the area that I wanted to trade in the beginning because you can see all of the consolidation running through here. So I was thinking this looked real nice if we ended up coming up to here. It's got to deal with all whatever happened here. So if there's anybody here that wants this market to stay down, right, I would imagine that some orders, I mean, just looking at the, a lot of times I talk about where can you spot manipulation at, because that'll let you know where the bigger players are positioned. And so like, pops up above here, just barely breaking highs, trapping buyers, and
Are
things
you
like
moving
that.
your mouse, Ken?
Yeah, I am. I'm
Okay,
drawing an
because I
arrow.
can't see it move. I just see one arrow at the top, but I don't see your mouse moving when you're talking.
Is anyone else having that issue?
I see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then it must be delayed then. Okay, disregard.
All right. So yeah, so up here at the top of this, that right there, this is what really gets my eye on it. So just thinking, if price did come up to here, if somebody's positioned here, just a quick little tap into this zone there, and then a quick little run right off of it. I don't never end up holding them all the way down here. Just something like this is all I need. Maybe later, I don't know. Did it ever catch up? Gabriella?
I think I need to log out and log back in. I'll do that in a bit.
All right. Well, I'm about to hop off of this here in like 1 minute anyway. So yeah, we
Okay, all good. I'll see you in the webinar.
Yeah, we'll be there 12
Thank
o'clock.
you.
Later, Ken. Holler at you later.
Yeah, for sure. I'll see you on 12 o'clock is when we have our webinar. So I'll be in there, and then we'll be back for trading tomorrow morning too.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna hop off. I'll
Later.
see you guys later.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
All right.
You too. Thanks again.
All right. See you in a little bit, Ken.
All right.